Damn. Uh. Yeah.
Hello everyone. Today I will be teaching you guys Math KSSM form for chapter 5, which is network in graph theory. First of all, the relationship between network and graph. Graph is series of dots, which either link or not link to one another by lines. Dots are known as vertex and lines joining the vertices known as edge. Network is part of graphs with the vertices and edges having their own characteristics and has many-to-many relation. Notation in graph. A graph is denoted by a set of ordered pairs, G set face V, E, where V is the set of dots or vertices. Is the set of edges or lines linking each pair of vertices. A and B are pair of vertex. G equals graph. V equals vertex or dot. E equals edge or line or arc. D equals degree. Sigma equals sum. The degree, D, is the number of edges that cannot two vertices. The sum of degrees of a graph is twice the number of edges, that is this.
What is simple graph? A simple graph has no loops and no multiple edges. Let's see the example. The number of vertices is 7 because the set of vertices has elements A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then, number of edges is 9 because pair of edges has elements A and B, comma, B and C, C and D, comma, D and E, comma, E and F, comma, F and G, comma, G and A, comma, G and C, comma, F and D. Sum of degrees is 2 multiply number of edges, so 2 multiply 9 is 18. Number of degrees, D, A, equals 2. D, B, equals 2. D, C, equals 3. D, D, equals 3. D, E, equals 2. D, F, equals 3. D, G, equals 3. Sum of degrees is 18.
Diagram 3.1 shows vertex, V, and pair of vertices, E. The set of vertices has elements A, B, C, D. Pair of edges has elements A and B, A and C, B and C, B and D. Draw a simple graph based on the information in diagram 3. So drawn a set of vertices is a dot, pair of edges is lines linking each pair of vertices. What are multiple edges and loops of graphs? Multiple edges is involve two vertices. The vertices are connected by more than one edge and the sum of degrees is twice the number of edges. Loops is involve one vertex. The edge is in the form of an R that starts and ends at the same vertex and each loop adds 2 to the degree. Let's see the example. Set of vertices has elements A, B, C, and pair of edges has elements B and A, B and C, comma, A and C, comma, A and A. Edges has elements E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. Number of edges is 5, number of degrees is D, A equals 5, D, B equals 2. And D, C equals 3. Sum of degrees is 10, or 2 multiply edges is 5 equal 10. Differences between directed graphs and undirected graphs. The order of the vertices written is not important. Both pairs of vertices, A, B, and B, A, represent the edge AB. The order of the vertices are written according to the direction of the edge, B, A, and A, B, represent different edges. D in A means the number of edges going into vertex A, D out A means of edges coming out from vertex A. This is graph with loops and multiple edges between undirected graph and directed graph. Differences between weighted and unweighted graphs. Weighted and unweighted graphs both have directed and undirected graphs. Weighted graph is associated with a value or a weight. Unweighted graph is not associated with a value or a weight. Weighted graph is the H represent distance between two cities, traveling time, the current in an electrical circuit and cost. Unweighted graph is the H relates information like job hierarchy in an organization chart, flow map, tree map and bubble map. This all is the example. What is subgraph? A subgraph is part of a graph or the whole graph without changing the original positions of the vertices and edges. A graph H is said to be a subgraph of G if the vertex set of graph H is a subset of the vertex set of graph G, that is V, H, subset V, G. The H set of graph H is a subset of the H set of graph G, that is E, H, subset E, G. The vertex pair of the edges of graph H are the same as the edges of graph G. In short, a vertex in graph G is a subgraph of graph G, and H in graph G, along with the vertices it connects, is a subgraph of graph G, and each graph is a subgraph of itself. Let's see the example. Draw two subgraphs for diagram 3.2. Graph left and right are subgraphs of the diagram 3.2. What is tree? A tree of a graph is a subgraph of the graph with the following properties. A simple graph without loops and multiple edges. All the vertices are connected and each pair of vertices is connected by only one edge. Number of edges equal number of vertices minus 1. Number of vertices equal n. Number of edges equal n minus 1. Diagram 1 is a tree. Become all the vertices are connected. Every pair of vertices is connected by an edge only. There are no loops or multiple edges and 5 vertices, 4 edges. Diagram 2 is not a tree because vertex B and vertex E can be connected. Is two ways. First is B to E, second is BE to CE to DE to E and 5 vertices, 5 edges. Let's see the example. Draw two tree at the answer space. Diagram 1 shows the directed and weighted graph for the petrol charges and travel time for the route choice by a phone. All cities are labeled with E, F, G, and H. Given city G is the destination from city E. Question 1. The most economical route. First, we need to see the direction. Is the most coming out direction, so the first one is E. Then we need to find the most economical route. So E to H and E to F is we can choose only because E to G only one route, so we exclude it. The final answer is E to F to G because E to H to G is more expensive than E to H to G. Question 2. The route that takes the shortest time. We can see E to G route is only one shortest, so it is answer. Question B. If a phone needs to go to a destination at an optimal cost, what route do you recommend to a phone? Justify your answer. The answer is E to H to G. Can save Rm40 and the difference is only 12 minutes / 0.2 hours compared to the E to G route. Diagram 2 shows 6 locations in Taman Surya. Each weight represents the distance in m. Question. Given that the distance between the clinic and the field is 3 times the distance between the school and the field and 90 m nearer compared to the distance between the school and June house. Find the distance in m between. Question 1. The clinic and the field. So the answer is 270 minus 90 equal 180 because the clinic and the field is 3 times the distance between the school and the field and 90 m nearer. Then question 2. The answer is 180 over 3 equals 60. Question B. June wants to go to Roshi's house to do an assignment. Question 1. Draw a directed graph to represent the shortest distance from June's house to Roshi's house. So the answer is this. Question 2. Calculate the shortest distance in m of her journey. Therefore, the answer is 110 plus 180 plus 140 equal 430. A technician is assigned to create a computer network using the minimum amount of wire length. Some computers can be connected directly and vice versa. The length in m of the wires and the connection relationships between the 6 computers are shown in the table 3. Question 1. Represent the information in the table in the form of a network. A to A no value, A to B is 7, A to C no value, A to D is 8, A to E no value, A to F is 1. We need to draw it all. Therefore, the answer is this. Question 2. Based on your answer in A, I draw the preferred network and determine the length in meters of wires needed in meters. Therefore, the answer is this.